Jon McCoy is running for sheriff in Adams County, and you can find more about his political race at JonMcCoy4Sheriff.com. Out knocking on doors last night. Came by my house. Sorry I missed you.
I'm sorry I missed you also.
When my husband looked up, he probably thought there was a warrant out for his arrest. So.
It's not always a bad thing.
Not always a bad thing to see you at the door. Well, you have brought someone to endorse you, the lovely and talented Jeff Mays. Jeff, say some kind words about your friend here, Jon McCoy.
Well, I've known Jon since before I was even a state rep, and that's ancient history. But I'm just proud that he's asked me to chime in on his behalf, because the record that he developed over the years that he was in leadership at the sheriff's office was just phenomenal. And it's kind of neat and daunting for me to think that you've had guys like Barney Beer and Tom Leeper and Art Tenhouse and Randy Freeze, good, solid government folks that have stood for effective, efficient government for their entire careers. And they've all endorsed him, and so here I am trying to second what they've already said, and I don't think I'm going to be as adequate as they've been. But clearly it's to Jon's credit that he's got those kinds of folks that are willing to come up and shoulder to shoulder with him and say, listen, he can bring a lot to this office. As a guy that's been around a little while, state rep for 5 terms, 10 years, and school board member for almost 8. People could say I've got a lot of experience, and they really mean I'm old. Here, the fact that you've gone through your life and you've had these kinds of experiences over this long period of time. I mean, it does bring something fresh to whatever the position you're seeking to do in public life. And Jon, with his 26, 27 years with the sheriff's office, now 9 years in the private side, he's just got such a perspective that I think is so needed here. I mean, we are confronting challenges in Adams County like every county around the state, but what's going to make us different going forward? When we've got, I know you've been focused on a lot of the heroin and opioid
terrible
deaths that we've had here. The year before we had the record number of murders, a decades long record. I mean, I think people feel like things are slipping away. And I think we just need to have that kind of leadership and that kind of fresh perspective come back and say, we can stop this. We can impact this. We've done this before. It's not beyond our community. And again, it'll set us aside from every other county if we can have the kind of experience and knowledge that and connections that this guy can bring to the sheriff's office.
And Jon McCoy, you talk a lot in your campaign about fighting the rising problem of drugs in our community, and we've had some shootings and some murders, and that used to be uncommon in Quincy.
That's correct. It breaks my heart to see what's happening here. I always said that my passion is driven by my compassion for victims. I spend a lot of time with victims. Even the victims recently, I've had them seek me out. And that is what motivates. That's a major number one motivator that I have, what drives me.
Jon McCoy running for sheriff in Adams County. Find out more at JonMcCoy4Sheriff.com. Proven experience matters. He wants to be the victim's advocate. Thank you very much, Mr. Mays and Mr. McCoy. Good to see both of you. Mr. Mays has just booked an appearance on the Mary Griffith Show. You can listen for him on November 21st. He's always doing double duty.
Thank you so much, Mary. It's a pleasure again.
Paid for by Jon McCoy for sheriff.